Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there o see dem yopo.
Thank you very much, Sana. Maybe Happy New Year is in order, right?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen you this year. Bold
Solutions for the future.
for the future. Well, I mean, Dr. Bawumia has a very difficult and unenviable task. Whilst being part of this current gang of incompetence and non-performers who have completely trashed our economy, he has to sound and come across as a leader of the opposition. It's a very difficult job. Yet they have a lot of assets. The NPP still controls, directs, owns at least 80% of the media. It could even be higher, at least 80% of the media. By and large, they shape the national narratives. In the period 2013, starting with the buffoonery before the Supreme Court, they sold us what I term Con Job 1 that led to victory in December 2016. And a group of this country were told that the management of the economy was in the hands of Dr. Bawumia. It's significant that in the, when did this thing happen? Was it on Wednesday or Thursday? The address.
Wednesday.
Okay. Because there was a lot of hype ahead of it, which is to be expected. You spend a lot of time on so-called achievements of the regime. But it appears that his main brief was, as my friend Solo says, as ICT coordinator. Is that the name you given him? Hey, my brother, you are brave. He has to sound as the ICT coordinator. But I mean, he was sold. And indeed, there are many persons who are part of that con job. Some who are no longer with us. At a point, even including the so-called founder of the NDC. And many Ghanaians bought into that con. And then they spend the next few years, 3 years maybe, coasting on work that had been done by the previous regime. Because before the NDC went out, it was clear, I mean, all the prognosis was that things were going to get, quote unquote, better. That is, if in the new colony things are possibly ever better, but at least what you do have are bouts of things getting better. So the next crisis then you almost go back to square one, which is one reason why we've gone back to the IMF 17 times. But this 17th time is unique. We're never going back to the IMF in this shape ever. Where we've effectively declared bankruptcy. We are not servicing our loans. We have stolen from people's savings. I mean, and for me, at this juncture, what marvels me is that the good people of this country, by and large, have still not caught up to the real difficulties of our current situation and the things that are to come that are much worse. If we really knew what is, the tsunami of pain that is heading our way, we will not be going about things this way. But even now I can see that a few star members of the cast are being assembled to sell this con job too. And we know them. I shouldn't be advertising other news platforms on your station, but we know them. The multimedias and the CTs, and they're all there, all trying to airbrush a disastrous situation and to give the impression that we can proceed with business as usual. For me, the thing that really got mine, this was when Dr. Bawumia said that Governor Ernest Addison saved our economy. He really did say that.
Okay.
Yes. Well, so that's one criminal speaking about another criminal. Yes. Because by any metric, what Governor Addison and the finance minister did were criminal. Now, what astonishes me is that to this day, the finance minister is still at post. The governor is still at post. And their boss says that they both did a good job. Really? Well, I think that these are early days in a certain sense. But as I see it, it's going to be a very difficult job, because I think that my colleague made a point about it, that you're dealing with someone who has zero credibility. Zero. Okay? We have to go by the prospectus that was offered to us, what was said. But maybe I should agree with the former director of communication and my MP, my former MP, Bawumia Samoa. He made this point that if you are not prepared to say and do foolish things, it's difficult to progress in the NPP. I had observed that for a while, but it took somebody to come from the inside to confirm it. That really, if you're going to go ahead in the NPP, you really must be able to say the most outrageous things. You must be able to invent facts on the fly and not blush. But I am saying that this is going to be a very difficult very, very difficult job. Con job 1 was easy. They were in opposition. There are many willing accomplices. There's some who were even fooled, saying that, you know what, we should give these guys the benefit of the doubt. I remember there are very many persons, professors, associate professors, various kinds of persons. Oh, you know what, let's give these guys the benefit of the doubt. It's going to be much, much more difficult this occasion, given the fact that we have experienced this incompetent gang. But like I said, it's early days.
Doc.
And I'm a patient person.
Thank you, Doc.
I'm in the PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, I am PENDREAM TV.
My never I say PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.